The debates surrounding violent video games and their potential influence on real-world aggression has persisted for decades. While concerns about gaming fostering violent tendencies remain widespread, extensive research suggests that these fears are largely unfounded. Studies indicate that violent video games do not directly translate into aggressive behavior outside the gaming environment. The issue holds significant relevance for the gaming industry, shaping public perception and influencing commercial success. Misconceptions about gaming as a catalyst for violence have led to calls for stricter regulation, potentially restricting creative freedom for developers. However, empirical evidence suggests that the connection between violent games and real-world aggression is overstated. The implications of this issue for the gaming industry are profound. If violent content were conclusively linked to aggression, developers might face tighter restrictions, limiting artistic expression and altering mainstream gaming standards. Conversely, dispelling misconceptions about gaming could enhance the industry's reputation, making video games more accessible to a broader audience. A more informed public perspective could also drive stronger sales as individuals previously deterred by concerns about gaming's psychological effects may feel more comfortable engaging with the medium. One of the most comprehensive studies on this topic, conducted by Oxford University, found no direct correlation between violent video games and adolescent aggression. Researchers analyzed long-term gaming habits and behavioral changes in young gamers, concluding that violent gameplay does not result in heightened aggression outside of the gaming context. This finding challenges the widespread assumption that video games contribute to societal violence. Contrary to concerns about gaming-induced aggression, studies indicate that youth crime rates have declined as video games have gained popularity. If violent games truly fostered aggression, an increase in crime rates among young gamers would be expected. However, this trend has not materialized, suggesting that factors such as socioeconomic status, environment, and parenting styles play much more significant role in youth behavior than video game content. Rather than fostering violent tendencies, many players engage with violent video games as a form of emotional escapism. Unlike distressing real-world violence, such as war, crime, or tragic events covered in the media, video games provide a controlled environment where individuals can engage with conflict safely. Some studies suggest that stimulated violence within games can reduce stress levels and serve as an emotional release, preventing individuals from expressing aggression in real life. Violent themes and visuals often serve as essential components in making game engaging, immersive, and emotionally impactful. Games like The Last of Us Part 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Spec Ops: The Line use violence not to glorify aggression, but to deepen storytelling, create emotional stakes, and illustrate human resilience in extreme conditions, rather than promoting real-world violence. Such games encourage players to reflect on its consequences, fostering a deeper understanding of ethical and moral complexities. Some argue that violent video games contribute to aggression by inducing frustration. Studies indicate that competitive or difficult games can lead to moments of anger, resulting in impulsive reactions such as throwing a controller or punching a monitor. However, frustration is not exclusive to violent video games. Any challenging or high-stakes task, including sports or competitive board games, can elicit similar emotional responses. Furthermore, frustration is a temporary emotional reaction rather than an indicator of a long-term violent tendency. In conclusion, the evidence does not support the claim that violent video games directly cause violent behavior in real life. While frustration and emotional reactions may occur during gameplay, these responses do not translate into real-world aggression. The continued scrutiny of gaming as a catalyst for violence is misguided, and game developers should be afforded their creative freedom to explore intense themes without fear of societal backlash. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.